So the question posed in front of us was, how much money should I put up for my investor visa so that I have the best chance of coming to the United States on the treaty investor visa? And so I'm Attorney Pandeli, and we're here at the law offices of Attorney LLC. And let me give you a way to think about how the government thinks about the amount of money. So it's kind of a sliding scale, if you will. And so the higher you go, the more likely they will think that the investment is substantial. So one of the requirements is that the investment be substantial. Now, the law is silent on what the substantial amount actually is. So there's no hard and fast rule about whether you need 50,000 or 75,000 or 100,000 or 150,000. And so you look all over the internet and you'll see things like you can get a visa with 50,000, and so a lot of attorneys will tell you, well, generally you need above 75,000. And so there's another group which will tell you, well, hey, you know, generally it's considered that over 100,000 is a good idea. The law is silent on all of these. But here's how they think about it. It's not just one element, because see, having a substantial investment is just one element of the whole case. It's a very important element, but it's just one element. And so the way that immigration looks at cases, especially investor visa cases, is based on what's called the totality of the circumstances test. And so what they do is they will gather all the evidence. And so they don't just look at page number 1, page number 2, element 1, element 2. They look at all of them. And so when you've seen thousands of cases in your tenure as an immigration official, and then there's a new case in front of you, you don't just look at the, let's say, $100,000 of substantial investment in light of all the other elements here, but you look at how this amount also plays out with everything else that you've seen. And so, and a little bit of it is commonsensical. And so, you know, if you are involved in a type of business and, you know, you have this great plan for a business that, you know, requires $500,000 investment, and you put 50,000, well, guess what? They're going to see that and think, well, we don't want to take a chance on this. We don't want to take a risk on this. This is too insignificant. Okay, so just to wrap it up, there's no hard and fast rule as to how much. The more the merrier. I would say, I mean, at the very least, at least 75,000. And so if you're north of that, it's better. But a lot of it is also depends on investment. For example, I mean, if you're going to start a trucking company, and so you put $50,000, that's not, you know, I mean, generally trucks might cost 120, 130,000, you know, a decent truck. So there's all these little nuances that you want to discuss with an attorney, and just to make sure that you have all the bases covered and you've minimized the risk. Because at the end of the day, anything in law, and especially immigration law, it's about minimizing the risk and increasing your chance of winning. There are no guarantees, and the people that give you guarantees, that's not ethical, actually. And so it's really about increasing the risk. Thank you for watching.